Yo, Rocco B Scotty G, highly explicit NFL podcast. We're back, episode 32. Holy shit, we're fucking hot today. Huge fucking news. But I'm in Louisville, Kentucky. It's Rocco B. And in California, my boy Scotty G.
How you doing?
Scotty, I'm fucking loaded. I'm loaded for bear. I'm ready to fucking get into it. Everybody knows the big news. Everybody knows Mr. fucking Johnny Gruden is gone as the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Shit.
And what's
just in time for the new
What's that?
Just in time for the new Chucky movie, huh?
I was just gonna say it's fucking amazing. It's fucking coming out tonight, Chucky, and then one Chucky's in, one Chucky's out. See you later. But guess what? It's unfucking believable. I've said it multiple times to you in private, on the fucking pod, whatever you want to say, what this world, what this country in 2021 is turning into. And Jon Gruden has now been claimed. He's been outed by everybody here in cancel culture. We thought, Scotty, last week that this was just about one email. This was just about one thing that he said about NFLPA Prez DeMaurice Smith, calling him Dumbaurice and saying he's got lips as big as Michelin tires. Everyone's saying...
I don't see anything wrong with that.
That's not bad.
Lips are nice. They're nice.
They're nice. I got big lips. I mean, what the fuck are you going to do?
So do I, yeah.
Be canceled for the rest of your fucking life? I don't think it was racist, per se. I don't think Jon Gruden's a racist. But, like you like to say, I think... all of this shit that has now come out after all of these other emails that have now surfaced, the NFL has made this private investigation not so fucking private. And I'm going to tell you what, this investigation into the Washington football team has now outed the Las Vegas Raiders head coach, Jon Gruden, in emails that have attacked multiple people, multiple genres of people, if you will.
Multiple types of people.
Multiple types of people, fine. You know, the crazy thing about this whole thing, Scotty, is not only the DeMaurice Smith stuff came out, now it's all about Roger Goodell. It's all about anti-gays. It's all about misogynistic type shit that he says. Real quick, let's go into it. Roger Goodell, he called Roger Goodell multiple times a faggot. He called him a clueless
Whoa.
Okay.
I didn't look, this is all news. I can't wait to get this.
So if this is news to you, just wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for anyone listening, I know about the Michelin Man, but I don't know anything else about the emails. And I told Rock I want to be reactive.
You want to kept abreast?
Yeah. I wanted to stay out of it. I wanted to hear it on the pod first before listening to all the news. So I'm a little shocked, but keep going.
Here we go. So not only did he call him a faggot multiple times, he called him a clueless anti-football pussy, in that if he's dealing with all this kind of shit, he doesn't know how to do it. So he needs to just hide in his concussion protocol tent. So he said that about Roger Goodell. Now, Roger Goodell's the fucking commish. He's been the commish for a long time now. I believe he's the whole fucking reason why this thing is going the way it's going. But let's keep going. If you remember the safety for the San Francisco 49ers, Eric Reed, and you also played for Carolina as well, Gruden said that he should be fucking fired and demoted from the NFL for protesting the national anthem. Jon Gruden also did not agree and believed that the Washington Redskins name change should not happen. He also came out and said that the Caitlyn Jenner whole ESPN ESPY award that he or she or whatever the fuck it is nowadays came out and won the award for being the most courageous. You know, hey, I agree with Gruden. I hate to say it. I think it is ridiculous. And so did J.J. Watt. If everybody remembers watching the fucking ESPYs and people are standing up.
Let's not get off topic. Let's stick to Gruden and his fucking mishaps here.
If Gruden, can't stand Jenner, then neither does J.J. Watt. We'll talk about him in a second. And now what about the Bucs owner, Brian Glazer, who, if you remember, is the one who fired old Johnny Gruden, old Chucky boy. And he said, hey, to Bruce Allen in these emails, Jon Gruden said, he can go suck his fucking dick. And Bruce Allen emailed him back and said, yeah, he probably fucking would. So, and then the last thing, the big one is, if everybody remembers the beginning of the season, stud defensive end Carl Nassib came out as a gay man on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Don't tell me he said something about Carl Nassib.
Not only has he called Roger Goodell a faggot multiple times in these emails, and other numerous people faggots apparently in these emails, he came out and said to Bruce Allen that Michael Sam, who used to be the first NFL player that was gay
picked
at
by
the time,
the Rams, correct? I believe
picked by the St. Louis Rams, and Jeff Fisher, the head coach, Jon Gruden said the NFL pressured Jeff Fisher and the St. Louis Rams to draft, quote, queers. Okay? So that's the shit that's in these emails that the NFL and in this private investigation, the investigation on the Washington football team, mind you, decided to make not so fucking private and decided to take this shit out on Jon Gruden, who now is coaching Carl Nassib and has coached Carl Nassib the past couple years and is now being on record saying faggot multiple times and saying that Michael Sam was drafted and why were the Rams drafting queers. You're going to tell me that he deserves his job. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He cannot be the fucking coach of the football team right now in Las Vegas because of the distraction, because of the players that he coaches, the Nassib thing, all of that.
So what you're saying is he's not a racist. He's just a homophobe and a bigot.
You're exactly right. I don't believe that Jon Gruden's a racist. I really don't.
Let me. Can I digest all this for a second and just give you my 2 cents on all this? Because I'm a little. There's a lot to take in.
It felt like I just sent you to fucking a Japanese sushi steakhouse hibachi where you just ate everything in your fucking sight, and now you have to digest it. I understand. I want you to digest, and I want you to regurgitate what you think about what I just said.
Well, let me start off by saying when I originally heard the whole Michelin man lips and shit, I understand there could be a little offense taken, but I think that was slightly overblown. I think in this culture we need to stop assuming everything is automatically racial. First off, I'm not saying it wasn't, but I think I think that was a little bit of an overreaction. I think it was still stupid to say. With all these other things on top of it, though, I kind of got to give the benefit to the people who are saying he meant it in harm, because obviously he said a lot of dumb, disrespectful, just things he shouldn't have said, inappropriate things. And with that being said, I don't understand. First off, can you tell me, how did these emails come out? Like, wasn't this between him and like his boy? Like sent back and forth?
This was between him and Bruce Allen, who was another piece of shit that Washington was dealing with. Now, here's the deal. Dan Snyder, the biggest piece of shit, is the owner of the Washington football team, who the reason why, I wondered the same thing a couple days ago. I said, why the fuck are these emails being released and why were they investigated? Well, the investigation is about the Washington football team and how Dan Snyder ran his fucking football team from the top down.
So you're saying they're investigating Dan Snyder and came across these emails?
Yes, they are investigating the Washington.
So how was Dan Snyder connected? They were sent to Dan Snyder as well, or what? I don't get it.
No, they're investigating the whole team from the top down. Bruce
Allen
and
this guy was a part of the
GM. Bruce Allen was the GM for a long time. So Bruce Allen was also a GM with the Bucs and the Raiders when fucking Gruden was the coach. So they're good boys, right? But Dan Snyder is also had a lot of bullshit fucking going on with him and that team and all that stuff. This seems to be trickling down to the whole fucking thing. Bruce Allen was sending pictures of the Washington football team cheerleaders' tits to not only Gruden, but to the CEO of Hooters, to the CEO of the Outback Bowl, all these fucking guys.
How is this guy not outed yet? That's what I don't get.
That's what I'm saying. I believe that Allen's going to be outed. This is just the fucking tip of the iceberg. But what I'm shocked about is
So you think this is just first domino to fall and they're going to finish the investigation and then you're going to see some fucking heads roll is what you're saying?
Well, they finished the investigation in July, Scotty. That's the issue. The issue is they finished the investigation and Goodell came out and said, hey, we finished our investigation, blah, blah, blah. We're fining Daniel Snyder $10 million and we'll see you later. Go have a nice July 4th weekend. That's how they fucking framed this whole thing. But I think Goodell found the emails. They sent somebody, whoever was investigating, sent the emails to Goodell. And once they realized that Gruden was talking so much fucking shit about Roger Goodell said, fuck this guy. He said he's going down. I don't care about Dan Snyder. Dan Snyder's an owner. He's the one who makes me a ton of money.
Yeah, it's his boss.
Exactly.
Really.
I'll just fucking fire, or I'll just fine Daniel Snyder.
By the way, I never understood that. I never understood how you have the basically employee investigate their superior and expect to get the truth out. Like,
absolutely.
These people are the ones writing your fucking check.
Exactly.
Why would Goodell put everything on Front Street when it's against the person who's paying his fucking salary? I never understood that. Never in my life.
The owners run the league. The owners run the league.
Back to Gruden though, real quick. What dumbass sends these things in email? Like
Absolutely.
literally like 10 years ago, working in the restaurant management industry, my boss would say, hey, don't write anything in an email like that's inappropriate, that's unprofessional, that's this, because A, your boss is, it's going to people, and B, you can always pull that shit up. Why? It's same thing they say with text messages.
Sure.
And I'm a nobody. This guy's been in the limelight for fucking 20, 30 years. What are you doing?
I know. It's so fucking stupid, so ridiculous. But I got to imagine that he never thought, being an ESPN employee, working for Monday Night Football, and some of these emails were previous to the Monday Night Football run that he had. Bro, who would ever think that he's going to do these emails, which are fucking stupid? But again, it's like your buddies. Bruce Allen's his buddy. Some of these guys are his buddies, even though they're working in the NFL. They're sending topless pics, and they're sending fucking memes, and they're fucking around.
Dude, what
here's
years
the
were
thing.
these, by the way?
This was between 2000 and either 12 or 13 and until 2018.
These guys, how fucking immature is this shit, though, dude?
They're all immature. Everybody in the league.
When's the last time you thought about sending a picture of tits to somebody?
Absolutely.
Or even use the word faggot.
It's high school.
Or it's like you're so past the whole. Like, everyone's so accepting of the homosexuality and everything like that. It's like it's not even a thought in my brain to use that as even a joke anymore.
Yeah, but
for 15 years, never mind 10 years ago.
You ever heard an interview with Zeke Elliott? You ever heard an interview with most of these fucking guys in the NFL? They're kids, bro. They're kids.
I know.
Okay, they're all kids.
I know, but Jon Gruden isn't a kid. That's my point.
I don't know, but like you said, Keyshawn Johnson said he's been saying this shit for his whole life. So I mean, that's just how he is. But here's the thing. ESPN, to me, are the biggest fucking phonies on top of the NFL, because they're the ones saying, oh, he shouldn't have said this, and this is unbelievable, we can't stand this. He said it while he was your employee for fucking 5 or 6 years. It's like, you didn't know any of this shit? You couldn't have fucking told that he did any of this shit? Nobody, Keyshawn Johnson, didn't tell ESPN that this is how this guy is? I mean, give me a fucking break. So it's cancel culture 2021. We all know that. One Chucky's in, one Chucky's out.
Before you go any further on that, I'm just going to tell you about the Keyshawn Johnson thing. He had been saying that for years. That was one of the big things why he got kicked out of Tampa Bay, is because he had issues, and he came out recently and said Keyshawn Johnson's basically a bad person. He didn't call him a racist. He just said he's a bad person. He's been doing this kind of shit.
Yeah.
Sorry. That Gruden's a bad person and that he's been doing this shit for fucking years. But Keyshawn, he said this back in the day, and everyone, I mean, obviously this is a lot before social media. This is before the media had as much power as it does now, because now it's direct to everyone, instant, with everyone's cell phones and everything. So this was all back then. This is like 2002, we're talking, 2003, 2004. So, and they won a Super Bowl together. But the whole thing is he was saying shit about Gruden back then, and everyone just wrote it off that he's a diva, that Keyshawn's an asshole, which is also true.
Sure.
But it's a different kind of asshole and a different kind of issue.
Sure.
So to be fair, Keyshawn has been pretty consistent on this kind of shit. Now, I don't know if he never used the word homophobe or racist or anything like that, even back then, as far as I'm aware of. So I don't know.
Yeah, but Booger McFarland last night, he also echoed that all this shit about Gruden, and he pulled no punches. He had no apologetic bone in his body for Jon Gruden last night when he was saying all this shit. And he played with Gruden too. He won a Super Bowl with Tampa Bay as well, just like Keyshawn did. So
was he saying good or bad things?
Bad shit. And not defending him at all. So I'll guarantee he had some of those thoughts as well. But you're going to tell me nobody ever said anything to ESPN or whatever, that you've hired this guy, or he's still on our fucking team, or none of that shit. It's unbelievable. Would people choose to come out and all of a sudden now they want to be on the forefront talking shit when they knew it the whole fucking time? So that pisses me off.
I mean, yeah, I get it, but that's society. It always takes one or two people to get the story out before everyone else jumps on and says, "Oh yeah, that actually did happen." I mean, that's just life. I'm not gonna.
Ridiculous.
I'm not putting that to cancel culture. That's fucking human society. That's just how it is.
But Scotty, here's the thing. The Raiders, they now have interim coach Rich Bisaccia, who used to coach for the Cowboys for a long time, used to coach with Tampa Bay with Gruden for a long time. He's going to get his first chance at fucking head coaching. They didn't give it to Tom Cable. Tom Cable's been a Raiders coach before. They didn't give it to Gus Bradley. He's been a head coach before. They gave it to Bisaccia. We'll see what he can do with this team. They're on a fucking tailspin. They went 3-0. Now they're 3-2. I don't like the way they're fucking playing. We all know Mike Mayock can't draft. We all know Gruden wasn't a great drafter either. So maybe this is the turnaround for the Raiders now. Who knows? Because they were going to be locked into this fucking guy for 10 years. So we'll see. But, like I said, 2021, this is the way it's going. Can't believe an email from 2012 when you weren't even employed by the league now gets you out of the league in an investigation that wasn't even going towards your team. It's unbelievable.
I get it, but you got to admit that is pretty fucked up, all that shit. And you can't have a guy like Carl Nassib on the team. You can't have
Absolutely.
You can't have today's culture and environment and how everything is and expect that to fly. Like you can't. And honestly, the way they played honestly reflected. They kind of looked like shit this past Sunday, and it's probably because they don't even want to play for this motherfucker. And I mean that honestly is the truth.
Yeah, here's what I want to say. The last thing I'm going to say, Scotty, check your emails. Scotty, check your text messages. I'm going to do the same because I'm telling you, if anyone, and I'm talking anyone, in the NFL or in the NBA or the NHL or Major League Baseball or whatever has got anything going on that you did, you said, blah, 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 and especially if you piss off the commissioner, you're done. And you're done forever, which is ridiculous, but that's how it is.
Can we just say that real quick? Can we both agree he's getting nothing? He's done. He's got nothing going for him because they're not going to bring him back as a broadcaster now. Are you kidding me?
Unless that a Fox or a CBS or whatever.
There's no way. Not for a couple years at least.
I think if he wants to do something,
I think
he's got to go into college. I think he's got to go into, if he wants to coach college, I think they can do that. I don't think his NFL career is completely over either.
Maybe like 3 to 5. Oh, for sure his NFL career is
over. What happens when Roger Goodell's not the commissioner anymore? Maybe it's a whole different ballgame.
He almost didn't come back in the first place. It took all this money and time and bullshit to even get him into fucking Oakland, which is now Las Vegas. But like on top of it, what broadcast? I mean, think about it. Your interview, your Fox or your ESPN or your whatever CBS or NBC, and you get two guys walk in, and it's fucking Gruden with all the baggage and all fucking people coming up being like, this guy's a homophobe, whatever. Yeah, exactly. Maybe 5 years down the line. But I'm saying you get that guy walking in, then you get Tony Romo walking in, who's got a pretty pristine background, and then you get Mr. Peyton Manning, which other than dropping his balls on some fucking trainer's head, this fucking guy is pristine as well.
I wonder if he likes Earl Grey or black tea. I wonder what tea bag he usually uses. Now, here's the thing. I get you, Scotty, but I'm done with like the Stephen A. Smiths of the world and all these fucking guys that are like, he's never going to have a job again and blah, 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 blah. Do you know how many assholes?
I agree with them.
Do you know how many assholes over the years have done so much crazy shit in their profession and have gotten their back into their profession? Look at Rick Pitino. Look at Kelvin Sampson. Look at all these fucking coaches who have done so much crazy shit that they've gotten right back in. Bobby Petrino. How many fucking guys do you want me to go into that have gotten second chances because why? Because not only are they good, but also time passed. Okay? Let's just fucking pump the brakes, 2021 motherfuckers, on fucking saying that everything is done forever and you can't do anything anymore. It's so fucking hypocritical the way that these people act nowadays is that they're so quick to say, fuck you, you're done and you're done forever. But yet they'll still say everybody needs a second chance. They'll still say everybody should be treated equally and fairly and blah, blah, blah. It's a fucking joke. We're in a hypocritical society. And Scotty boy, that leads me into bluegrass buffoonery because this Kentucky boy here wants to fucking mention the buffoon of the week in the NFL. And I'm going to tell you who the fuck it is. It ain't Jon Gruden. It's the commissioner, Roger fucking Goodell from the NFL. I'm going to tell you right now, Scotty, leading off with my first bluegrass buffoonery of the fucking year. The NFL and Roger Goodell especially, but the NFL itself has gotten so fucking ridiculous, not only on the field, but off the field. And it's only going to continue to get fucking worse. You can't hit anybody anymore. These quarterbacks are treated like fucking princesses. These roughing the passer penalties I see every fucking week get worse and worse. And yet, Daniel Jones, who got fucking concussed by a helmet-to-helmet shot on a running play, which is fine, quote-unquote, he couldn't even fucking walk. But yet you barely touch the fucking quarterback's helmet or you barely touch the fucking horse collar, it's a 15-yard penalty. Give me a fucking break. Wide receivers don't have to worry about going over the middle anymore with their fucking alligator arms because defenses can't hit you anymore. They can't hit you anywhere. And the fucking refereeing has become so fucking terrible because they have replay for everything to fall back on. They don't want to call anything correct anymore. Who gives a shit? They don't want to fucking say, oh, this definitely happened or this didn't happen or blah, blah, blah. We'll just call it and we'll see what happens and we'll go to the fucking box and see the fucking TV. And people in New York will tell us based on how we bet, how they bet this week. Oh, did Green Bay -3 or Cincinnati +3? I don't know. Well, let's make this call. It's so fucking bad on what's going on. But I'm not even want to talk about the on-the-field shit right now. I don't even want to talk about it. I want to talk about the off-the-field stuff on why the NFL and Roger Goodell are the biggest fucking buffoons of the year, let alone this fucking week. Scotty, what is going to happen on the second Sunday in February this year? What's the game? The second Sunday.
I believe it's the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl 56. You're exactly
it's
right,
the game
sir.
where the winner of the NFC and the AFC happen to play each other.
Well, I'm going to tell you something right here with this bluegrass buffoonery, sir. Can you answer me also one more question? Who is the halftime show? Can you tell me who's performing at halftime? Who are the three big male stars of the halftime show? Can you tell me?
Oh, you want to leave out the females too?
Well, I want to leave.
It's fantastic.
I don't want to talk about Mary J. She's fantastic, but I'm not worried about Mary J. right now.
There's actually four.
And I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about Kendrick Lamar. Can you tell me the
come
other?
on, Kendrick's the shit.
Well,
maybe,
come on, but he shouldn't be he shouldn't want to be lumped in with these other three guys. But go ahead, tell me the other three.
It's going to be Dr. Dre.
Okay.
Mr. Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Yep.
And your boy Eminem.
Okay. Now, ding, 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 ding. Very good, Scotty. Now, I'm going to tell you what. We are getting rid of Jon Gruden because he is a racist, bigot, anti-gay, misogynist motherfucker, right? Okay. Here we go. The halftime show of the biggest game in the world for the football sport, for the sport of football, has Dr. Dre, who, over in the 1990s, multiple women came out saying that Dre hit them. The singer Michelle, who was in a relationship with Dr. Dre for 6 years and have a son together, said he would often hit her and broke her nose, and she also told the New York Times that he even cracked her ribs. Dr. Dre came out in 2015 and issued an apology. Not a denial. He issued an apology saying, I express sorrow to the women that I hurt, and I'm a different man now. That's one.
Listen,
now let's go to,
if I knew you were going to come on here, if I knew you were going to come on here and destroy 90s and early 2000 hip hop, I would not do this pod with you today. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm not destroying it because it's the last time
man.
It was the last time it was any good. I'm destroying Roger Goodell.
This is a stretch, but keep going.
No, here we go. Just listen, and you can. I'll keep stretching over here. Eminem about the Insane Clown Posse, another guy who's on the halftime show. In multiple songs, multiple times has he been anti-gay and misogynistic and all of that shit. You know how many times he said the word faggots and gay and all that shit in his songs? In one song, you know, I mean,
I get where you're going with this, and I understand, and there's truth behind it, and I get it. It's probably a bad look. The whole point of the guys they got, other than Eminem, I think Eminem was just an add-on because it's Dr. Dre's boy. But it's the fact is the Super Bowl is in Los Angeles,
so
LA,
that's what we're going to say is more important.
But these guys represent LA to the fullest.
Who gives a shit?
It's Long Beach and Compton.
So does fucking Magic Johnson. So does fucking a bunch of guys that represent LA. But do you want to pick the people that are the fucking anti-gay and that are the domestic violators? Do you want those guys?
Yeah, no,
How about you pick somebody else?
I get what you're saying.
Snoop Dogg. How about 2014 on Instagram? He fucking posts something with two men cuddling in bed from apparently another user that had commented on one of his things. He puts it on his own feed and says, "You and your boyfriend, since you like jumping on my page, disrespecting me, bitch. How about you go suck off your man and get off my line, you fag?" Okay, all right, let's do the halftime show. Yay, NFL, you are so, you're not short-sighted. You're not fucking out of the loop. You're not fucking hypocritical. No, not at all. Let's get Jon Gruden out of the league. Let's get these guys who send fucking high school emails back and forth. But let's put these motherfuckers who legitimately have done all the shit that you're trying to stop. End racism. Inspire change. It takes all of us. Get the fuck out of here. This league is a joke. The league's a joke.
I also can I add on to your about Goodell being a buffoon?
In 1 second. I'm telling you right now, this league
really hot about this.
I'm fucking hot because not only are we seeing this shit on the field get worse every week, Scotty. We love football, man. That's why we're doing this. We love football more than fucking almost anything. You're going to tell me that not only are we seeing this bullshit transcend to the field, now it's off the field, complete hypocrisy where you can't even fucking understand how they can do some of the shit they're doing while they're doing the other shit under the table. It's like when we always talked about with cops. Like, why are they pulling us over for fucking going through a stop sign when I literally just saw the same cop do the same shit 2 seconds ago? Why are they pulling us over for speeding when for no fucking reason they're going 110 miles an hour down the fucking highway without their lights on? Give me a fucking break. That's what this league is like. This league is saying we can do whatever the fuck we want because it's all about not only money, but it's all about how can we get more people to watch us?
Oh, of course.
Right
like
now.
A fucking
but
mafioso, bro.
What they don't realize is they're fucking a lot of people up in the long term. This is not what people want to see when you watch football. The game is getting pussified, like I've always talked about, and now we're injecting fucking politics.
Yeah,
we're
you say that.
All that shit.
And I agree. You say that, and I agree. But on the flip side, they're making more money than ever. They're making fucking hand over fist, fucking dollar bill.
I said,
so as long as they keep making, as long as they keep making money, yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to keep going. Real quick, just to add on to your buffoonery here, because I don't want to spend too much time. I feel like we can spend a fucking hour on Goodell here. Another thing I thought about. You realize how strict they've been, and I don't want to get into fucking vaccines and shit, but you realize how strict they've been on about these vaccines and how they've been, hey, if you have whatever, over 90% or whatever, you don't have to do this or that, or if you're under a certain percent, you have to forfeit, or different testing and restrictions for people that are and aren't tested. All this shit they've been talking about all off season, correct?
Yep.
After that, these fucking guys, like I didn't even think about it until it happened on Sunday. These fucking guys have the balls to say, hey, by the way, we're all going to London this year. We're going overseas. Why the fuck didn't they cancel the overseas game? Like, think about that. Why didn't they if they're so serious about this, why not cancel that game? Why send X amount of fucking a couple hundred people to another country and then bring them back when we're still in, I don't want to say in the middle, but still in a pandemic?
Bring them back.
You know what I mean, though? Like, it's kind of hypocritical.
I'm with you, bro. So, the whole league, you're just proving my point. I mean, the whole league is a hypocritical money machine, and I can deal with the shit off the field. I can deal with this shit. I can deal with if you want to get rid of a guy for sending fucking pussy pics back and forth to his buddy that's the GM. I understand if you want to get fucking rid of
what a bunch of fucking kids. Gruden's an asshole,
it's
bro. He deserves what he's gotten
to. All
Look, I think at the end of the day, I think the right thing to say to end this. The right thing to say is not that Gruden should get away with it or other people should get away with it because the NFL is getting away with it or Goodell's getting away with it. The fact is they're both wrong, and they need to start. And unfortunately, this is just life because it's a lot of do what I say, not as I do. But it really, the argument you're making is I get it, but it doesn't make Gruden off the hook. It just means they're both wrong, in my opinion. They both should be.
I agree. Like I told you, Gruden's got to be gone. But at the same time, if you want to do this, if you want to make this your fucking stake in the ground, then everybody's going to get fired. because that's what people in this league do. They're kids, okay? So if you're gonna fucking say this isn't right, or this guy said the wrong thing, or he doesn't believe in the right things, then most of the league is gonna get fucking canned too. And it's just a shame that Gruden is the fall guy for this, because people are making it out to be like he's the only one who does this shit. There's no fucking way he's the only one that does this shit.
Bluegrass buffoonery, folks.
There it is, baby.
Let's get back.
Yeah.
Let's get back to football here, buddy.
I'm done, man. Let's get back to football. Like I said, I hate when it goes on the field. I can deal with the off the field shit, but we're also seeing this game get hurt on the field, and it sucks. But what we did see in Week 5, Scotty baby, on the football field, is my Dallas Cowboys are for real. They are fucking for real. They are unbelievable on every side of the ball. I don't give a shit if it's worth the lowly Giants, who literally, I think, made all of their players say, you know what, let's play the backups today. If you guys don't mind just getting hurt in freaky ways, just sit out, please, if you don't mind. We want to see what our backups got. But seriously, Dallas,
I think they're legit, but they also haven't had a lot of tests. They had Chargers, which was great, and Tampa Bay, which was great. They lost to Tampa Bay, and they almost lost to the Chargers. So I agree. I think they're in the mix. But I'm not ready to say they're the best team in the NFC yet.
I didn't go that far. I mean, for real, I would still take Tampa Bay over them. I would.
I will say I was wrong. The defense looks great, and I do think they're going to smoke this division. It's not even going to be close.
Absolutely. Now, and I believe that Arizona right now, we'll see, could beat them right now as well. But I think Dallas is for real. Now, for your team, the Jets. Hang
on real quick. Can I just remind everybody that this conversation with you, Dr. Tomas, Palazzo, multiple other people, you just tell me when you guys are ready to come on my side of the fucking fence here. Dak Prescott is better than Tony Romo. You can just wait and sit on this for another season or two. But I'll be on my side of the fence waiting for you guys when you're ready to come over here.
All
okay?
right. Well, fine. I mean, Scotty, you keep mentioning this to me, and I'm going to take you up on it, honestly, at the end of the season. I will tell you whether now Dak can surpass my boy Romo.
Yeah,
we will.
Yeah, we'll reevaluate.
I'll give you something that you got to reevaluate.
What's that? Zach Wilson?
Get
that
off.
Sucks.
Get off Sammy D. Get off of him. Okay.
Oh, yeah, he came back to reality, huh?
And get on the Jalen Hurts bandwagon, please. Okay, I told you.
On that
I told you that fucking game was about Jalen versus Sammy D. Who won the game and who was the reason why they won the game? It was Jalen Hurts. And the reason why the reason why Carolina lost the game.
The reason why Eagles won that game was because Sam Darnold. He came back to reality a little bit. And you know what? To be fair, I will say this. Eagles have underperformed, I think, this year. That they underimpressed this year. But for all those who aren't keeping track, that secondary is phenomenal. That's a great secondary. So yeah, I'm not shocked Sam Darnold couldn't figure it out. Okay? He's a middle of the road quarterback.
Scotty,
that's what he is.
You ready for a bomb?
What?
You ready for a bluegrass bomb?
Yeah, let's hear it.
David Tepper, the Carolina Panthers owner, is going to get Deshaun Watson.
This just happened or what?
No, I'm calling it. I think Miami was locked in, right? Miami's locked in. They got the picks.
Yeah, Miami's locked in.
They don't have the quarterback. Number one, why hasn't it happened yet? Number two, Carolina's owner, and I've heard this somewhere, is like David Ballmer, the Clippers owner. He wants to win now. He'll do whatever it takes. If you remember Arizona Cardinals.
Stephon Gilmore shows a lot of it.
Exactly, right? Arizona Cardinals, and the C.J. Henderson deal as well. Arizona Cardinals, the owner, Stephen Bidwell, let Steve Keim, the GM, say, you know what? We're going to draft Josh Rosen, number one. We're going to bring Steve Wilkes in here as coach, number two. And bada bing, bada boo. We got new coach, new quarterback. Let's hit it. They sucked dick their first year. Wilkes is not a head coach. As we all know, Rosen is one of the worst quarterbacks we've ever seen with our eyes. Now, the second year, what do they say? No, let's not get through it. Let's not. I realize that there's a better coach out there. I realize there's a better quarterback out there. They draft Kyler number one the next year, and they bring in Cliff Kingsbury the next year. Look what they're doing, right? So you have to realize, I when you fuck up.
I believe it.
And I think Tepper is going to realize they fucked up with Sammy D. Deshaun's a better quarterback.
Well, let me make this obvious statement. If that happens, obviously it's probably not going to be this year, but next year, assuming he's not suspended next year, they're going to be one of the best teams in the league.
Absolutely.
Because this team, not only are they good, I think. I don't think they're quite ready for Super Bowl, but not only are they good right now, But a lot of their younger pieces, and like J.C. Horn, who's hurt and stuff, a lot of their younger pieces are looking like studs, which
Young
means
guys.
next year they might be better. And let's say they get a couple draft picks. Well, they're probably not going to if they get Deshaun Watson. They're going to give away all their draft picks.
And then
but
what
still.
about But then what about a mega deal? They can do CMC and a mega deal, get some of those picks back. So I think
I don't think they'll do that.
if they do a Jimmy Johnson, fucking Herschel Walker type move for CMC, I could see that happen too. But
I don't think they do that though.
I don't want to spend too much time on it. I just think that's the bomb. I think Tepper's going to get fucking really, really, really over Sammy D here, and I think they're going to go get Deshaun Watson, who's a better quarterback.
All right.
Now, what I tell you
Real
about
quick.
the Bengals?
Oh, we're just gonna fucking skip over my Jets like that? That we
Oh,
bring
I'm
up the Jets
sorry.
to go
I'm
right to
sorry.
fucking Sam
I'm
Darnold.
sorry.
That's what we do.
I'm sorry. I
Can
forgot about the Jets.
There's not much to say. I just want to say Zach Wilson sucks. The kid sucks. I don't know. I don't know what it is. He's not the guy.
So here it is now, Scotty. A question I asked you about 4 weeks ago.
I've already jumped off the wagon.
You are
and now-
regretting
and
not drafting Justin Fields, or what?
No, I'm not. I'm not going that far because I also don't think he's going to be great either.
Okay.
I just think you fucked up not getting Trevor Lawrence, and there's probably going to be some other cat come out of this fucking draft. You probably should have took a fucking Mac Jones or some shit. I don't know.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do they pull a Steve Keim? Do they pull a what I think David Tepper does? Do you think that they cash in on Zach Wilson after 1 year?
No.
You don't think so?
I mean, he'd have to look real bad.
Well,
but
we got 12 more weeks. We got 12 more weeks.
Can you explain this to me though, real quick? You played quarterback in high school at least. You got a little knowledge of the position.
All right.
Explain to me how the fuck this team and this kid could be so bad. First quarter, slightly better second quarter, slightly better third quarter, and then glimpses of being good in the fourth quarter. Still bad, but glimpses. Like, how does he get better in the fourth quarter? But he's literally looks like he got pulled off of a Pop Warner field in the first quarter. I don't get it. Why are you getting? It should be the opposite. You should look better, and then the defense should okay, we know his tendencies. Now you suck.
No, I'll give you my opinion on Zach Wilson and why that's the case. And a lot of quarterbacks, I think, don't like this.
Everyone playing prevent, everyone backing up now because they're kicking the Jets' ass at that point. Maybe
I think it's more of the fact of in the first quarter especially, but sometimes teams have it for the first half. They have a script. They got a game script. We're going to do these certain plays in a row, 10, 15, whatever. No matter what the fucking game shows you, they're going to do these plays.
Better in the first couple drives.
No,
correct?
but that's not Zach Wilson. That's not a lot of these quarterbacks. Did you see what he did at BYU? Do you think he was an on-time, perfectly dropped, let's do 6 runs to 4 passes type of guy? Fuck no. He was in a shotgun sometimes with no backs, and he did whatever the fuck he wanted, and then he created a bunch of school ball, at BYU. I don't think he's that guy. I don't think he's the under center, let's throw play action, let's fucking hand the ball off. No, he's a guy that loves playing schoolyard football. I think he's in a shotgun. When he's better, it's when is when he's got to make a fucking play, right? That's what Zach Wilson is. And I think that's a little bit what Justin Fields is too. But he's not a Mac Jones. He's not a fucking Trey Lance is going to be like that too. They forced Trey Lance against Arizona to be an NFL quarterback. He's not. That's not what his brain is. He's a schoolyard quarterback that plays in the NFL. So that's Zach Wilson. If they do not get their heads out of their fucking asses and realize that you have to build the offense around the quarterback you have, not draft a quarterback into your system. It's too many teams are doing that. It only works with a small fraction of motherfuckers that can fit into any system or can fit into whatever system you want them to do. You have to make the system into the quarterback. I've said it for years. And Zach Wilson, don't give up on him yet. They have to.
I'm not fully giving up on him, but there's a lot of doubt in my mind because I'm telling you right now, I've seen a lot. I'm a Jets fan, man. I've been a diehard since like 97, 98, which probably sounds shitty because that was like their best year.
Vinny.
Yeah, I was like 9, 10 years old. With that being said, I've seen a lot of quarterbacks, and I'm telling you, a lot of these new guys they bring in, I can tell you a lot of times in the first couple games that even if they play bad, I say, okay, this kid's I can see little flashes. Like, he could be something, or like there's still time. I'm like not getting a lot of that from Zach Wilson. I'm really not. He's showing me a lot of in the dirt passes, a lot of easy passes are just all over the fucking place. It's making me very, very nervous. So I got a lot of doubts. And I'm telling you right now, the more I watch this team, the more I realize this team ain't that bad right now. Defense ain't that bad. Dude, don't let anyone tell you shit about that offensive line. That offensive line's giving him plenty of time. Me and Dr. Tomas watched the game together, and we literally were counting seconds and how long he had, and this kid had plenty of time.
Well, hopefully
Michael Carter's playing better.
Hopefully they play Atlanta every week. That'd be nice. But yes, I get you. He's got to make the throws.
Played Tennessee every week. Atlanta fucking almost whooped our ass.
But again, like you said, with Tennessee threw balls on the ground, he did not take advantage. He's a young rookie, a very young rookie, and he's very small. Give him some time. I think he'll be okay if the Jets realize what they have and if they have to change it up. I'm
just worried that the way he's playing right now and how they're starting him, he should have probably sat at least the first 6 games. Yeah. That he's going to be mentally shot.
Nobody
seems
sits.
Like a head case.
Yeah, it sucks. Nobody sits, but they also got to get him better pieces, and they got to get a running game. So
let's move on.
Well, we'll see. But like I told you, I think the Bengals are for real. That game,
they were impressive.
Could have gone either way, but I'm telling you, I mean, they are for real. And as long as they stay healthy, they're going to be a nasty team in that AFC.
Yeah. On the flip side of the opposite of Zach Wilson, Joe Burrow looks like the fucking truth. Yeah. I'll tell you that. He looks fucking like a stud.
I will tell you, though,
that team is the opposite. That team is the opposite of the Jets. There's nothing there. It's him, Jamar Chase, and fucking Joe Mixon. That's it. That team's terrible. And he makes them competitive. And I see flashes of like, man, this team looks like it's good. And then I realize, oh, wait, let me read the names on these jerseys. Oh, yeah, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck. How the fuck's this happening? So I think I think you saw the writing on the wall on what Joe Burrow is and what the Cincinnati Bengal can be. I just think you shot in your shorts a little too early because I think they're about a year or two away from being what you think they're going to be. It's not this year, brother, but I think it's going to happen. It's just not this year.
They're making the playoffs.
They ain't making the playoffs.
Their defense
you're out of your fucking tits.
Their defense is a good defense. You're forgetting about T. Higgins. You're forgetting about Tyler Boyd. They're
gonna be like. I don't want to compare them to the Chargers because the Chargers had a much better team last year.
Chargers are winning the division.
But no. Last year, I'm saying.
Gotcha.
I'm not comparing them to the Chargers last year because I think the Chargers underperformed. But I think their season's going to be like the Chargers last year where they're going to lose a lot of close games. And it's going to be a team where you're going to be like, man, this team, a couple breaks here and there. And then they're going to probably go get some pieces this offseason and then maybe make a push for like a wild card next year. They're not even going to win the division next year.
Yeah, I can definitely see them being maybe a 9-8 and missing the playoffs. But I really do believe they're going to pull out some of those games. They'll be 10-7 and just make it. Now, like I told you also, Tom Brady got his big old revenge on Brian Flores. Wow. What a fucking
balls on this guy. The balls on this guy.
411 yards, 5 touchdowns.
Kahunas.
Fucking forget about it. And he did it with a banged up thumb on his throwing hand. So he's just incredible. I can't really say much more. And Tampa Bay is going to be a force to be reckoned with, like we said. I also called the game of the week, and you scoffed that the Chargers and Browns wouldn't have been the game of the week. But what it does show me is that Justin Herbert is going to be the future stud of this league. Not Patrick Mahomes, not Dak Prescott. Justin Herbert would be the best.
Can I give you my analysis on this guy real quick, or my comparison? He is going to be, in my opinion, the next Peyton Manning with a little bit of wheels. I think I literally that's how he plays.
He's got a lot of bit of wheels.
That's what he looks like.
He's got a lot of bit of wheels. Yeah, he's going to be like you said. He's the
tall
guy.
But I'm saying he's just that tall guy. He looks like he's literally, and it could be a product of the fact that his team's great, and he got dropped in there. But he looks, when I watch him, and I don't know if it's comfort, I don't know if it's his intelligence, I don't know if it's confidence, but he looks like he just analyzes the whole defense in seconds and figures out this is where I got to go. And I know that's Tom Brady's biggest thing, but Tom Brady doesn't have the tools like Peyton Manning did. And Peyton Manning was a better quarterback than Tom Brady ever wishes he could be. Just Peyton Manning's a choke artist. If Peyton Manning had the clutch gene, dude, if Peyton Manning had the clutch gene, we would not be comparing these two. Peyton Manning's a much better quarterback than Tom Brady. Physically, he just had no clutch. This guy was a fucking mental fucking head case.
Sure. Justin Herbert is going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, I think he's going to be one of those top guys. He's coming for the throne of fucking Mahomes. And do you want to go to that game? You want to go right to that game?
Hold on a second, but someone who's not coming for the throne of Mahomes, and the porcelain throne, I think, is Mahomes.
Don't hate on Mayfield. Were you going to talk about Mayfield?
Yeah,
You just said Mahomes.
Number one, the porcelain throne is for Mahomes, but number two, right there next to him, handing him the toilet paper is fucking Baker Mayfield.
I thought he played great. He's got a fucking injury.
He's at the end.
He's a more of a game manager.
Yes, he's not the guy. He's not the guy you pay $35-40 million to a year. He's not the guy.
I'll give you that. I will admit this. The team he has around him, it's kind of embarrassing that they're not better.
Exactly. That's where I was going. I mean, come on.
I agree with that.
So he's not the $40 million guy. I think Cleveland's got to look elsewhere, or ask him to take a huge pay cut, which I guarantee.
What if they try to swap for fucking Deshaun Watson?
Bro, if they get Watson, we said that before. I mean, fucking Cleveland would be unstoppable. Unstoppable.
They have no stopping.
So now talk about the porcelain throne. What did I tell you in the offseason, Scotty? I mean, did I foresee an injury? Yes. Did I foresee them being this bad on offense? No. Did I foresee defenses fucking figuring them out and Andy Reid not adjusting? No.
This is by far your best prediction.
Thank you.
I'll give you that.
Thank you.
Because I did not see this coming at all.
Thank you.
At all.
And this was, I had it written all over it after the fucking Super Bowl. It was the fact that this team is a video game team. This team is playing legitimate real-life Madden. And guess what? That's not reality. And football teams are learning. And not only are football teams learning on how to defend Mahomes and Andy Reid's fucking dumbass play calling, but they're also saying, guess what, motherfuckers? Check out our offense, too. Look at our big dick quarterback we got, like in Buffalo with Josh Allen, like in Los Angeles with fucking Justin Herbert. They are coming for the throne, and guess what? It ain't the Chiefs' throne anymore. I heard this multiple times on multiple outlets. What the fuck are we talking about the Chiefs for as this dynasty? And I said this shit in the offseason myself. I said, this team is a Jimmy G drive away from not having a Super Bowl win. Okay? They are not as good as everybody said.
I will say this, too. Do you notice every time somebody beats the Chiefs, it's like, oh, my God, they beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs have fucking 2 wins this year, and they barely got both of those wins.
They have the worst defense in the league. The worst defense in the league. And this offense, people are learning. Coaches are learning. Bro, throw 2 deep safeties. Don't let number 10 get behind you, and they got nothing. And that's exactly what's going on. Kelsey's wilting.
Yeah, they're putting 2 safeties behind Tyreek Hill, and then they're just pressing Kelsey.
Absolutely.
You take away those 2 things, they don't have a lot going on. They don't have a run game. And fucking Clyde Edwards-Helaire is not showing up this year at all.
I don't know who else said that he'd get hurt. Oh, I did. And what happened? Oh, he's gone for 3 weeks with an MCL sprain because he's fucking 5'7". It's not gonna work.
Yeah, but even when he was playing, he didn't do anything.
Because they don't run the ball. So here's the thing. It's over. The Chiefs' quote-unquote dynasty is over. And Buffalo came in there, bent them over, and said, check out our fucking dicks. We're done losing. We're done fucking taking shit from this fucking team. We're done taking shit from this cocky-ass quarterback who has terrible footwork, has terrible fucking throwing motion, tries to throw the ball no look, underhanded, baseball pitching, fucking basketball passing. Fuck you. Okay? This ain't Madden. The Chiefs are
It's kind of like, to me, it's kind of like the Golden State Warriors. Like, they started a new type of offense and style of play. And because they were dominating, everyone else in the league decided, look, we gotta start matching this play to knock off the champs. So
yeah, but the Warriors won 3 fucking times.
People started buffering their offense. The problem is why everyone started buffering their offense and style of high-flying offense. They still had a defense where Kansas City's defense and run game has gone missing. They got Steve Spagnuolo. When are people going to realize this guy sucks as a D coordinator?
He's awful.
He literally has had 1 good year on any team he's ever been on, and then after that, they're trash. He's had like 1 good year with the Giants. I think he had it was like the Rams or something. He had like 1 good year. Whatever it is, it's like constantly this guy cannot stay. He can't. He's not a good defense coordinator. No. And then Andy Reid doesn't like to run the football. Doesn't care about defense. He's great offensive mind. And this is, I always get shit for this. I do not think Andy Reid's a good head coach. I really don't. I think he's the greatest offensive coordinator in the fucking league. Not a good head coach because shit like that slips him. It's like the Rex Ryan thing.
He's
great
a great
defensive mind.
Yeah, he's a great people person. He gets everybody.
I get it, but that should be a fucking coordinator.
Well, I got you, but he's had success. I would agree, but at the same time, the Chiefs are fucking so overrated. It's not even fun.
he's had success, but again, this is like the Baker Mayfield situation. I give Andy Reid credit, and he's a Hall of Fame coach. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to discredit Andy Reid, but it's like Baker Mayfield situation, dude. When you look at the teams and quarterbacks and weapons Andy Reid has had, this guy should have 5 fucking rings, man.
Absolutely.
He's got one that he might not even should have had.
Absolutely.
This guy should have a fucking fistful of fucking rings.
Yep.
So to me, he's underperformed. Donovan McNabb was no scrub. Fucking, he's had Michael Vick playing well. He's had Alex Smith playing well. He's got Patrick Mahomes. He's had Tyreek Hill. He's had Terrell Owens. He's had He's had literally top 5 at almost every position now. Going back to, he's had a phenomenal offensive lineman, running backs. Like it's like, why are you not getting this done?
Yep, I agree. Because he doesn't learn. So the whole fucking reason why I made the secret sauce for the Super Bowl winner was based on Mahomes and based on the quarterbacks and based on what you need to do for a team so that we can win a Super Bowl and all that. Let's just go back to the secret sauce for a second, Scotty. I want you to tell me, I'll remind everybody, of course, the secret sauce is you got to stay underneath the 12% salary cap hit for a quarterback.
I thought it was Thousand Island.
It's definitely not ranch. But I will tell you that there were 10 quarterbacks that we knew that those teams were not going to either play well or they weren't going to be in line for the fucking Super Bowl this year. How are these teams doing, Scotty? Big Ben and the Steelers. Ding. Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers. Ding. Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings. Ding. Ryan Tannehill and the Titans. Ding. Matt Ryan and the Falcons. Ding. Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. Ding. The 3 rookies from the Patriots, Jets, and Jacksonville. Ding, ding, ding. And then Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers.
Ding, 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 ding.
He's the fucking outlier that they'll definitely make the playoffs and blah, blah, blah. But
Yeah,
they ain't
he's
gonna win the fucking Super Bowl, right?
It's still only week 5, though.
But
Let's not start sucking each other off just yet on your secret sauce.
You called the wolf. That's all you had to say. Now, the 8 teams that I said had a chance to win the Super Bowl this year, can you please tell me how they're doing? How's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers doing?
Well, they're doing okay.
How's the Los Angeles Rams doing?
Okay.
How's the Arizona Cardinals doing? Out of 5-0, I don't know.
Only undefeated team left.
Yeah, how about the Dallas Cowboys? Interesting. How about the Los Angeles Chargers?
Yeah, they're okay.
How about the Buffalo Bills?
Fuck the Bills, I'll tell you that. Fuck them.
How about the Cleveland Browns? And how about, the Indianapolis Colts? They ain't fucking doing it. So
you got one outlier on each side.
1 outlier on each side. And I'm not putting my fucking money on the Packers, and I'm sure as hell not putting my money, of course, on the Colts. I love that research, and it is panning out just like the research that I had with the Chiefs and Mahomes. They're done, and we're going to see when one of these teams in the NFC and one of these teams in the AFC plays in Super Bowl 56 with those domestic violators and those anti-gay motherfuckers at the halftime of the Super Bowl. So here we go. I think you have something new for us, Scotty.
Yeah, I want to do a little new segment. It's called Scotch with Scotty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a couple things that have bothered me this week. Really had me drinking some scotch. And if I'm drinking 1 glass, it's not that big of a deal. But if I'm drinking 3 or 4 glasses, it really stressed me out. So on the level of how bad this shit's fucking bothering me, just a couple things I want to get off my head. Kind of like your bluegrass shit. First off, what had me drinking 1 glass of scotch? Because it's not the end of the world. But it still pissed me off. And a nice little glass of Doers on the Rocks when I saw 12 extra points and 12 field goals missed this Sunday, including, 5 in the Packers Cincy game?
Yep.
Fucking goes to overtime. They're still missing field goals left and right. Fucking Mason fucking Crossbar, Mason Crosby, whatever you want to call him. You had a missed one last night with fucking Blank Ship, whatever the fuck his name is. I mean, this is insane. And it's the first time 10 extra points and 10 field goals have been missed at least 10 and 10 in the same day.
It was
What
terrible.
are your thoughts on this? Do
well,
you hate kickers? Do you love kickers? To me, I'm not one of those that hates kickers. I kind of like enjoy a little bit of like the different strategy of it. So I'm not like a big hater on kickers. But like in my mindset too, I understand it's like golfing. Like it's the same motion and it's easy to fuck it up. I get it. But it's like in my mind, it's like all you do, dude. How the fuck do you miss this many kicks? How?
Yeah, your
especially
boy-
extra points. Especially extra points. I can
yeah.
almost forgive field goals
Yeah.
and this and that. Extra points, bro. It should be fucking automatic. It should be like it's like the same thing when people go to the free throw line. I don't know how that's possible. How do you miss it?
Yep. Well, your boy Rex Ryan thinks the same thing. He said these fucking kickers have one fucking job. He doesn't know how hard it is. You know, especially like you said, extra points. Blankenship last night actually set the record. It was 13 missed kicks last night, Monday night. He actually fucking set the record for him. But I'm going to tell you, the kickers, man, they are undervalued for sure. But I don't understand what's going on here. That whole Cincinnati Green Bay game blew my fucking mind. And the funniest part was Evan McPherson from Cincinnati kicks this bomb straight up in the air, 47-yarder, and he hits the fucking flag up top that's supposed to, to tell you what the wind's doing, and he bangs the fucking flag. But before he saw that, he's jumping up and down like he makes this field goal. He thinks he won the game. He turns around.
No, you see that?
What
He hit the
happened
flag.
was
It didn't even come close.
it was hilarious, So, but that game was so fucking crazy. These kickers. Hopefully, this doesn't turn into a trend. That's for sure. So, one glass of Dewas.
Yeah.
I want to hear what got you with 2 glasses.
2 glasses. Mr. Frank Wright last night. I'm watching the game. I thought we had a good game. This guy's conservative as fuck. Do you see how many times they run the ball? What, 3 times straight? There was like 6 minutes left. They're only up like it was like 25 or 23-17 or something like that, and they're up. And there's 6 minutes left, and this guy runs the ball straight. I mean, it's like once they got ahead, they stopped throwing the ball. Carson Wentz didn't play bad last night.
No, he didn't.
And then Blankenship gets fucking blocked. Come on, dude. What are you fucking doing? I can't stand when coaches get conservative. I think it's just the Jet fan in me because I feel like our entire career has been conservative. When situations like this, it's like you get so happy to get ahead. You're like, oh, we just got to run the clock out. Dude, keep your fucking foot on their throat and end this fucking shit.
Absolutely.
Like, what was your thoughts on that? That was their chance to kind of get back into the mix.
Yeah, their season's over, but you hit it completely on the head, bro. They didn't pitch the ball to Jonathan Taylor, who's a fucking stud.
Oh, he showed up last night.
From Jersey, I'll tell you that. But the fact that they did not put the ball in Wentz's hands at the end, and the last play was that little quarterback sneak up the middle to get 1.5 yards instead of actually trying to get. I mean, how many times do you see at the end of the game Rodgers or Brady or some of these quarterbacks throw out routes for 6 yards or throw fucking hitches up the middle for fucking 7 or whatever? You're telling me they couldn't get more than 1.5 yards? Frank Reich deserves to go down with this shit because the Colts are done. It's done.
And I had 2 glasses of Macallan for that one. I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
3 glasses, ready? 3 glasses of some Johnny Walker Black. Ready?
Hello.
I'm like over this. Like, I hate these overseas games, man. I really do. I don't like getting up at fucking, especially on the West Coast. Like, the game's at fucking 6:30 in the morning.
6:30, fucking forget about it.
It fucks with the players. And look, on one hand, I like the expansion of the NFL because I love the sport and I want it to get bigger and bigger and bigger. But it's just one of those sports that I don't feel like it's feasible to have people go overseas and travel and all this. Well, for those who are unaware, the NFL is apparently in very extensive detailed talks on having a game in Germany. Apparently, there's 3 cities. It's Munich, Frankfurt, and Dusseldorf. I don't know how to say the fucking other city. Yeah. Apparently, the viewership in Germany, and I was shocked by this. I had no idea. Apparently, the viewership in Germany has grown 20% each year from 2017.
There's a lot of folks in Germany. Thank you, folks, for listening to us. People in Germany listen to us.
Really?
Yes.
And then also, it leads the NFL in NFL shop sales outside of North America. So outside of North America, the leading buyer of any NFL gear is in Germany. I was unaware of that. I mean, that's pretty awesome. But to me, it's like, we're going to do London now and Germany. We're going to do London, Germany, and Mexico. Like they've done Mexico. Like
yep.
What are we doing here, man? We're going to go all over the fucking globe? Like,
bro, it's
I don't know, man. I'm
Football
fucking...
League. It's the National Football League. I don't understand.
Worldwide Football League.
Yeah,
soon.
we're not the fucking International
WWF.
Football League.
We're going to be a WWF soon.
I want to
Stone Cold's going to be the fucking commissioner.
I want to hit Goodell over the head with a steel chair. I'll tell you that. I don't fucking understand it. So you hit that right on the head too. We're not the International Football League. It's the National Football League. If people like this game, how about you come over to the country and fucking go to one of our stadiums and watch it? We're not going over to you. It's fucking stupid. But it's Roger Goodell. He's a fucking stupid motherfucker. It's whatever's going to create more money, and then he's going to be really fucked when Jeff Bezos fucking takes over a team and completely owns them. But okay, so that was 3 fucking drinks of Scotch of Johnny Walker Black. Do you have any more glasses in the cabinet?
I got some Lefroy. It's It's a little smoky.
Oh, smoky.
Not my favorite. Gets a little too smoky, but because it's not my favorite, I had to drink 4 glasses of this on the fucking rocks.
Holy shit.
A little splash of water because I was fucking pissed when I noticed. For those who forget or don't know, I can't stand Josh Allen. I fucking can't stand the Bills. I don't like Josh Allen. I think he's overrated. I don't think he can throw the fucking ball. I think this kid fucking people are. It's like Mahomes. People got on him too quick. I think they're getting on Josh Allen too quick. I think Mahomes is great now, but too quick. You got to give him time. I'm here to tell you, man. I watched a lot of that game, and Josh Allen looked pretty fucking good. He was actually making some good throws. First off, which I hate to say. I know we'll see if this continues because it could be an outlier because I've seen him have a good game and then have 5 bad games before. But the biggest thing with this team is I just got to mention. I think I mentioned it last pod. I don't know if this team's going to lose any more than 1 or 2 more games. Just real quick. I'm just going to just read these teams real quick on who they play, and you tell me what games are you even nervous about? Titans, Dolphins, Jags, Jets, Colts, Saints, Patriots, Bucks, Panthers, Patriots, Falcons, Jets. Who on there? Maybe Tampa Bay?
One of the New England games in Tampa Bay. One of the New England games in Tampa Bay. That's it.
Maybe the Saints or Carolina steal a game, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
So you're talking probably no more than 2, possibly 3 losses more.
Absolutely.
And if they catch these teams on the right day, they could clean sweep and only have 1 fucking loss. They're gonna fucking have the number 1 seed in the AFC. I'm calling it right now, and it fucking makes me sick to my stomach. I think I'm gonna go get a glass right now. I might make this 5 glasses.
Do I hear the ice cubes hitting the glass?
Kidding me? Holy shit!
Well, I mean, everything's gonna run through Buffalo this year, and I had that feeling in the offseason, and I'm telling you, it's Josh Allen's for real. You're telling me to get on the Dak Prescott fucking train, bro? You better hop on this Allen train while you can because he's steamrolling everybody. And it's Buffalo's Super Bowl to lose, I believe, right now. I really do.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think they're more complete than Tampa Bay is right now.
Yeah, they're playing great. I'll tell you that.
Yep.
And I can't even explain the Steelers game now. Like, how do you explain that?
I think that was their preseason game. I really do. I really think that was their preseason. I do. And I think it was
the only game Ben was fucking healthy because he's been fucking murdered since then.
Yep. Yeah. It's that's an incredible outlier, that fucking game. But
real quick, let me get the last one in. 5 glasses of Johnny Walker Blue because I like Johnny Blue. Yeah, 5 blue. And I also might add a shot of tequila, so a little shot of like Casamigos Blanco into this.
Don Julio, man.
The New York fucking Jets and Zach Wilson.
Oh, Christ.
There's not much to talk about, but explain to me this one thing. There's one fucking thing. How does this team not go into this season with a fucking capable, veteran backup quarterback? There's even talks they might try to bring in McCown.
Yeah.
But there's talks even trying to get him out of retirement. Why the fuck would you go? Look, wouldn't this be a great time? Hey, Zach, we're gonna bench you. Like even like one of these games, hey, we're gonna bench you, man. Just sit down and relax for a game or 2. They did it with Mark Sanchez. They did it with Sam Darnold.
Well, look how well that went.
Come on, man.
I mean, here's the thing. I think.
Well, when they did it with Mark Sanchez, if you remember, they did it with him, and then they came back out, and then they fucking went to an AFC championship. So it worked with him.
Well, Sanchez had a way better team. I mean, Mark Sanchez had an AFC championship
I get
team.
it, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Nowadays, it's a whole different ballgame. You're talking about Sanchez 10 years ago. Whole different ballgame, whole new ballgame. Fact that they took Zach Wilson so high when nobody saw him as a number 2 quarterback for sure out of the draft. And you're going to tell me that they started him from day one. They brought in nobody to fucking compete with him in the summer. And now you're going to go and get, like, say, a Nick Foles or a fucking Josh McCown. What's that going to do to his psyche? That's going to crush his fucking psyche.
He might already be mentally shot right now. They gotta fix some shit. And look, I said this too real quick. I said this to Dr. Tomas, and I'm gonna stick to it. I legit, it's what, week 5? I give it to week 8. If this kid doesn't do anything by week 8, like if he has 3 bad games in a row, this team's going to start turning on him. Watch. They're going to start being like, why? Because this team's good enough. I'm not saying they're good enough to win a Super Bowl, but this team's good enough to have a winning record or go 500 or sneak into a wild card. They're with a capable quarterback, obviously. And I think they know it. The defense, they're still number 1 in passes allowed, and they allowed 2 the last game, but they're still number 1 in passes allowed. The only thing they've been shitty at is they haven't been great at the run, which is getting slightly better, and they haven't been great stopping the run. Other than that, obviously the quarterback play. Other than that, it's been all quarterback play.
I love you. So what I'm saying is, you know that. You know I love you. You know I love you to death.
What are you going to say?
You couldn't be any further off here. The Jets have a 5-12 roster, and they haven't.
I disagree. I disagree, man. I'm watching every snap, man. The players, the offensive line is playing fine. I mean, the tight ends aren't not great. Wide receivers are fine.
I'm just telling you, just wait until they play. Look at the schedule they've played so far. Wait until they play Buffalo. Wait until they play the Packers or a team like the Cowboys or a team like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or a team like you got the Chargers.
Rock. Zach Wilson has played atrocious, and he's thrown picks in every game. And the defense has been on the field 90% of the game. The running game has not been great. With that, name me one game we got blown out. Every game we've been in. Think about that for a minute.
Shut out by Denver, 26-0.
Other than Denver.
Okay,
yeah, I forgot about Denver.
You played a Tennessee team that was literally playing junior varsity people on the fucking field.
They were just missing A.J. Brown and Julio Jones.
You just played the Atlanta Falcons, who are going to have a top 5 pick in the draft. You started out with Carolina, who's not as good as we thought they were in the fucking first week.
I think they're pretty good.
And New England's New England. So I mean, they're not as good as I thought they were going to be. They haven't played anybody. So just wait until they start playing the upper echelon of the league. They're going to get crushed. They don't have a good roster this year, unfortunately.
We'll see.
You know, I'm rooting for them, believe me, and I'm rooting for Saleh because I love him, and I think Zach Wilson can be somebody if they transform the team. Their roster's not good all over the place, and they've gotten now bad injuries too. I think the Jets are in fucking trouble. I think the Jets are in trouble this year. They have to. I don't care if we address.
I don't mind losing every other game as long as Zach Wilson looks like he's the guy and we get a top 3 pick. I'm happy.
Yeah, and I think they will be. I think they're going to be top 5 in the draft, and they have to.
Problem
build
is, I don't
around
think
him.
Zach Wilson's going to look like the guy. Yeah,
they got to get Becton healthy. They got to get him some weapons. Can they fucking bring a tight end in? Can they get a tight end, please? And Herndon sucks in Minnesota. You should see him, bro. He had 3 flags in a row in that Minnesota game. Herndon is not the guy from Miami.
He's checked out, I guess.
Yeah, he's done. I mean, he's not an
He had
NFL
one good
tight end.
season with the Jets.
But you guys got to get a tight end.
All right.
And that's it.
Let's wrap this up real quick. I just want to say my jerk off of the week is pretty clear and obvious. It's fucking Jon Gruden.
Absolutely. I mean, he's the jerk off of the week. He's the jerk off of the year.
Might be the jerk off of the season. I don't know.
and now they're
it's gonna be like when the butt fumble was the worst play. It was the worst play of the year or the worst play of the month, whatever. It was like for like 5 years they got to a point where they said we got to retire this because people just keep voting this and we want someone else to win. That's what's gonna be with Jon Gruden. I'm gonna be Jon Gruden for the next like 10 weeks.
Poor Mark Sanchez.
I'm gonna have to retire his fucking name.
Poor Mark Sanchez because he's fantastic. Whenever I listen to Mark Sanchez, he's awesome, and I think he's a pretty good color guy on Fox as well. But that butt fumble, man, it erases anything he's ever done in his career, which sucks. But I'm sure Johnny Gruden wants a fucking eraser right now too. That's for sure. But what a show, Scotty! I think we had some fun today, and of course we had an easy topic to go after at the top. But I love our new segments, and we are going to be hitting it hard and hitting it new, like I told everybody, like you told everybody last pod. And we're going to get back at you on Friday with episode 33, our Week 6 picks against the spread. We're going to tell you how we did in Week 5, and we're going to tell you what we can foresee in Week 6. So you got anything else, Scotty?
One thing. Do you know who is the happiest fucking piece of shit on planet Earth right now? Your boy Urban Liar. Because he's like, well, I'm off the fucking hook.
Oh man, I couldn't have said it any better. That's fantastic. He's over in the corner fucking like, yeah, motherfucker. I got blasted by Tennessee.
Oh yeah, look at Jon Gruden real quick. Don't worry about where my hands are. Urban Liar right now is telling his wife, fuck this, I'm going to the bar.
Fuck this, I got grandkids to see. Oh, that's great. Oh, what a shame. I think he's on fucking thin air, too. Thin ice over there in Jacksonville.
Thin air, yeah.
Yeah, thin air. What is he, in Denver? So I'll tell you.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's let these people go home.
All right, so episode 33. We'll see you then on Friday. This is Rocco B. And for Scotty G, I said see you later and sayonara.
Adios.